It's Friday, April 1st, not April Fool's, April 1st, and I've arrived in California. I'm in Anaheim, and I am now trying to check in and get ready for the AORN convention that starts tomorrow. So the theme of the AOR convention is going to be transformed, which is really something I have to honestly say these conventions hold their promise. This is my fourth convention, the fourth time I've been invited by AORN. I am absolutely thrilled to be here again. They are incredible, incredible professionals, and they really do a wonderful job. So I'm walking through the bookstore, and look what I come across. I am over the moon. My books are being featured in the AORN bookstore. What a moment. What a moment. They actually have a book signing time set up for me today and tomorrow as well. I am thrilled and humbled beyond words. Really, this is just lovely. These are the good folks at AORN who are attending my morning class on the shadow behavior of bullying. Say good morning, everyone. Hi. Okay, so I'm with Crystal from Louisiana and Sandra from Omaha, Nebraska. And Crystal was my moderator at the session we did on bullying on Saturday. And Crystal, thank you again. You did a wonderful job. And I just realized Crystal volunteered for that role.
Yes,
all right. She's not part of the staff at AORN. She is a member. And thank you again for your service for that. Sandra, how come you came to AORN? What is it that you guys get when you come to these events?
Well, first of all, you learn a lot about product changes, and practice changes, and just what best practice is.
Right.
There's lots of great information.
And you get to rub elbows with great ladies like Crystal too,
a lot
right?
of networking.
Okay, so are you a first-time attendee? Is that what I'm looking at?
I
am. So what made the decision to come this year?
I don't know. Every year I just kept saying next year, and this time I decided I had to get out of Nebraska when it's still not spring and come to California.
Good idea. Good idea. Crystal, tell me about your motivation, first of all, for being a member.
Well, there's so much that goes on with AORN, and I like to stay on top of things. So, it was a chance for me to get to come. This is my fourth year in a row. I did do it a long time ago, and then I kind of dropped off for a little bit.
Right.
So get the standards, get to talk to people and interact. So.
Good. Well, it's lovely to have you back. And again, thank you for your volunteer work. That's above and beyond. Okay? Enjoy the event, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I have sequestered Jackie Edris, who is the sales operation manager for AORN, to give me a tour of AORN Central. So we are in the Anaheim convention, and everybody's just starting to filter in this bright Monday morning, April 4th. And Jackie, why don't you tell us about all the things that AORN can offer perioperative nurses?
Absolutely. So I'll kind of start here. This is our government affairs, which does a lot of advocacy for our nurses. A lot of, I know they work in all 50 states, and they really want to promote great working conditions for you nurses.
Very good.
Which obviously translates into patient safety.
Nothing like a lobbying body, huh?
Right?
Nothing
Exactly.
like it.
We do have a very for ambulatory surgery division for all you ASC nurses out there. We know that's a growing market, and so we are making products and services that cater specifically to the ambulatory surgery setting, which is a little bit different than a big critical care hospital.
And do you have anything that's specific to pediatric ambulatory care, or is it generic at this point?
At this point, it's generic, but we do have a pediatric division that does cover that as well.
Perfect.
So,
okay.
This is kind of our main AORN education. So if you look at this talks about our main things. So Peri-Op 101, which is for new nurses, Peri-Op Mastery, which is for a little bit more of a seasoned nurse, how to get our guidelines, how to get membership for your facilities.
So now, tell me about the benefits of membership. This is obviously an added value feature of membership, that you can access these guidelines online.
Yes.
All you're doing is putting in your membership number, and it's yours.
That is if you are part of a group membership.
Okay.
But membership benefits include CE hours. You get a network of, you can join the digital chapter, which is kind of the national chapter, local chapter. you get all kinds of access to continuing education, you get great networking, and in terms of a facility membership, then the facility gets some benefits.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's great.
You never get enough education on this, that's
Right.
for sure.
And so then you also get discounts on things like prep for CNOR and how to continue your education.
Okay.
So right here we have Center for Nursing Leadership, which is if you are a nurse and you want to be a leader, we have lots of kind of smaller expo type events where you can come and learn things about budgeting, learn about how to lead a team, those types of things. So we have a very specific team that helps nurse leaders.
So I understand that you also have a leadership track for educational programs?
Correct, we do. So we have a very clear path that we can put you in contact with someone who can really help you walk through what do I need to do, what steps do I need to take to become a nursing leader, and really, and that includes getting your CNOR, attending specific events, making sure you get enough CEs every year to continue that track. And then right here is our membership little section. So like we talked a little bit earlier, benefits of membership, and we have a team here that talks to you about the value of our membership and everything that you can get out of it.
Right. So right now, how many members does AORN have?
41,000.
41,000
Yep.
across the country.
Yep, which is about a patient reach of about, I want to say 175,000 perioperative nurses. So our guidelines reach about 175,000 perioperative nurses.
Well, I have to tell you, and how long has AORN been around?
They've been around 60 plus years.
60 plus years,
Yep.
41,000 members.
Yep.
And a
it-
lobbying group that is doing political action as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Our government affairs team is probably one of our most impactful teams, and they get laws passed every month in multiple states.
Okay, and all, of course, with safe staffing, good working conditions, and the patient at the center of everything that you're doing.
Absolutely. I know they're working on a circulator in every room is the big initiative right now.
Right. Well, I just want to congratulate you. Jackie, on a personal basis, this is my 4th year coming
Thank
to an
you.
AORN convention.
Yeah.
And I want to say just one thing. AORN is the first of the professional organizations that I'm aware of
Okay.
that actually asked a coach to come on site to do coaching for their members as an added value to membership and to help them raise awareness about compassion fatigue and also how to take better care of themselves. So I just, congratulations to your
Thank you.
organization, to your leadership, to Sue Betch's vision of bringing me in. It's just terrific.
Thank you, and thank you for being here. I know that I hear a lot of great things just around the hall about you're one of the hot topics here.
Well, thank you so much. Bye-bye now. So these are all the good folks who showed up at 7 o'clock in the morning for the mindfulness program. Say hi. Wow, I am so honored. Look at this, standing room only at 7 in the morning. Thank you guys. This is the 11 o'clock overflow, standing room only, mindfulness training. We expected 50, and I think half of AORN has shown up. And I am humbled beyond belief. Thank you. And I truly, my prayer right now is that I give you everything you needed to show, what you wanted for showing up. Thank you again. So I'm with Carrie and Holly. They are participating at the AORN convention. Ladies, where are you from?
We're from Oregon.
Oregon. Okay, my brother's in Ashland.
All right.
Not too far. Okay. So tell me why you traveled all the way to Anaheim.
Well, twofold. I'm here for education purposes, and then also we're recruiting for our hospital group.
Are you? Do you have a fellowship program or some type of orientation program going? Or you're recruiting nurses?
We are recruiting nurses,
Okay.
and yes, we have 5 hospitals in our group, and each one of us have an orientation program.
Okay, and what hospital is that? So when we post this, they'll come calling.
Samaritan Health Services.
Okay, wonderful. And have you been enjoying the conference? Was it worth the trip?
Oh yes.
Tell me about some of the educational things you attended.
Well, I did a pre-conference course. I did the fundamentals of OR management with CCI, and that was very informative.
Was that the leadership track?
That I am in the professional development leadership track, yes,
Wonderful.
for the summit.
Okay.
So that was started yesterday. We had 3 classes, really good,
Great.
motivational.
Great. Holly, how about you?
I went to some of the breakout sessions. I went to an Are You Biased? Are You Treating All of Your Patients the Same seminar.
Okay.
And I went to the meditation seminar, and they were both
Very good. Okay, wonderful. So, if you were going to send a message to your peri-operative colleagues, it's worth coming to an AORN event?
Oh yes, I definitely agree. This is my second one. I went to Denver as well, so
Excellent.
weather is nicer in Anaheim.
Okay,
So
well-
maybe we can get them to do Orlando.
There you go. Okay, or maybe we'll see you in Boston next year. Okay.
Maybe.
Thank you, ladies. So look who I found. I found the cutting-edge nurse, a fellow nurse who has a Twitter following and a Twitter account. Rami, it's Rami Miller. It's
Rami Miller.
lovely to meet you.
Very nice to meet
And
you
we
too,
follow
Doctor.
each other on Twitter. So
And
tell
I had
me,
to come over and come say hi.
and you had to come over. So please tell me about Cutting Edge Nurse. What are you doing with your Twitter?
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to surf the internet
Mm-hmm.
and connect with people that are doing some really doing some unique things within the area of surgery. I'm a surgical nurse. I work in a trauma center. So in particular, things like the uterine transplants, penis transplants, face transplants, these kind of things are out there and they're so unique and they're going to affect us in the perioperative community. So I'm trying to find all the interesting things that might be coming along into your local hospital in the next 5 to 10 years or so.
So you're trying to keep everybody aware and
Trying to
current?
keep just ahead of be ahead of the trends,
Right.
and kind of see what's coming down the pike,
Right.
and maybe get to know a little bit before it becomes more commonplace.
Right.
Just laparoscopic surgery was a brand new idea only just a couple years ago, and now look how commonplace
Right, we take it for
laparoscopic is.
granted.
Yeah.
Right. So, many of our colleagues really don't know the advantages of Twitter, and they think of it, of course, as Justin Bieber and what he had for lunch.
I
and it's
know, or the
certainly not
Kardashians.
that. Right. So, this is a great time just to increase the awareness that Twitter can be a virtual library assistant. You never have to post. All you have to do is follow the right people.
Yes.
All right, and certainly following Cutting Edge Nurse would be important. Now, I understand you have a blog as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me
I
about
am
that.
blogging on Surgical Nurses Are Cutting Edge, and just kind of talking about some of the everyday occurrences. Right now I'm trying with a little series called Taking Charge, because I've just recently started my first entry-level supervisory position, and it's called Taking Charge, How I Fell Off the First Rung While Climbing the Corporate Ladder.
Love it.
And just management is a brand new area for me. Management's very difficult. There's positive and negative, and I'm just kind of exploring. I'm helping people understand the exploration process, or just my journey as I've gone.
Okay. And the name of that
Through.
blog again?
Surgical Nurses Are Cutting Edge.
Okay.
And that particular series is called Taking Charge, How I Fell Off the First Rung While Climbing the Corporate Ladder.
Okay, so this is Rami Miller, and everybody should be following all of her contribution to the social network. Lovely to see you.
Thank you, Doctor.
So I am sitting with James Stubinsky, who is part of the Competency and Credentialing James is the Director of Credentialing and Education. Good afternoon, James.
Good afternoon.
So, I am a very big proponent of getting your certification in credentialing in your clinical practice, and I know AORN is a strong supporter of that as well. First of all, can you tell me what a CNOR is?
A CNOR is someone who has 2 years of experience in perioperative nursing and passes a knowledge-based test and has a certain amount of clinical experience and passes a test of that knowledge required to practice in perioperative nursing.
Okay, and a baccalaureate degree is not required to sit for that.
It is not required.
Okay. So I'm on the floor of the AORN convention, and I am looking at the Daiwa product. And this is a relaxation massage therapy chair. Daiwa in Japanese means perfect harmony. This is a perfect chair. There should not be a nursing lounge on the planet without one of these for their nurses. Fabulous. How do you feel?
awesome.
Should be in the nursing lounges, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Right? Right? You know?
The lounge will never
Okay,
get out
so
of
next
this.
so next year, instead of nurse recognition day ceremonies, just give us a chair.
Yes.
Right? Terrific. Enjoy. Look at this. You get a full stretch. It is a head-to-toe massage. Nurses taking care of themselves. What a concept, huh? How you doing? How you feel?
I am absolutely fabulous.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. So if you had to send a message to your chief nursing officer, invest one?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
All those long quality hours, yes.
Wonderful. Well, I think these guys are going to go to sleep, but I am thrilled to see nurses taking care of themselves. Finally. Thank you guys. Enjoy. Well, who could ask for a better setup than this? This is my little corner of the AORN Career Center with all of this wonderful advertising. How fun is this? The doctor is in. Yes, Dr. Phyllis. I'm thrilled. I am honored and I am thrilled. Just terrific. So I am at an on-site tutorial here. It's a simulation activity discussing the treatment of malignant hyperthermia. It's one of the on-site education simulation programs that are going on here at AORN. And you can see it's being very well attended. Obviously a very, very important
In-house has a 24 emergency hotline. It is answered by a physician. And he will support, or she will support that team through the whole crisis.
So anyone who's been following any of my social media knows I'm very big on nurse entrepreneurs. So let me introduce you to Joe Drew.
Hello.
All right, Joe, you started out as a critical care nurse and then went into the Peri-Op business.
Yep.
Tell me, how did you find a niche for your market, and what's new about your product?
Well, it's always about a better mousetrap, and I worked the last couple of years in a place where we do lots and lots of orthopedic procedures, and everybody afterwards is prescribed compression stockings. My wife is also a therapist, physical therapist, and people come to the clinic afterwards and they can't stand their socks, they're white, they're ugly, and we were having a conversation one day, and it's like, why can't we make it better? Why does it have to be white and ugly? So we literally bought every sock on the market and tried them all and said, we like this feature, we don't like that feature, and came up with something that's comfortable and functional. That was the idea. And yeah, it's been about 3 years now that we've been selling socks.
So let me just let our viewers see the variety of different patterns. So, you know, for lack of a better analogy, this is your Spanx, isn't it?
Exactly, it's my Spanx.
Well, congratulations. All right, I love it when nurses venture out into entrepreneurism. And thank you for creating a better product that takes care of the caregiver.
That's right, we say we support the nurses so they can support their patients.
There you go. Love it, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's the last day of the AORN convention, and I am looking to talk to the people from the Grand Canyon University. Now, I don't usually lend my support or endorsement to any one particular product, school, business, etc. However, as an educator in the past, I have set up clinical rotations for students of the Grand Canyon University program, both baccalaureate and graduate, and I have to tell you, these are very good students, and this program is excellent. So I am here with Andrea Soto this morning, and Andrea is a BSN student with the program.
Yes.
And Andrea, you know, nurses now are looking very much to get on board with their baccalaureate degree, clinical certifications, and of course going on for master's and even doctorate programs.
Yes.
Now, how do you do that when you're trying to work full-time and have some kind of integration with a family as well?
That's a good question. Actually, I do work full-time. And I worked all the way through my program, my RN as well. And I would like to say that the only way I was able to do that and to get my RN successfully and then go on to get my BSN, which I'm currently working on now, is to be able to participate in an online environment.
Okay.
And so I am currently in the middle of my BSN program, and I work full time. What I find myself doing is dedicating time after work to doing research for papers that I write, I also spend a lot of time throughout the week gathering materials, because when I get home at night, that's when I participate in my online discussion questions, and then I prepare my written materials for turning in on the weekend, which is when I do, when I have free time. But I want to say I dedicate about 10 to 15 hours a week throughout the week, and when my house quiets down, then I begin to do.
You go to
a little
school.
study. I go to school.
Right.
Yep. That's
So I have also participated in virtual university training and education. So it does take a certain self-discipline, does it not?
It does.
Okay. So
It
you want to be
does.
real about that.
Yes, it does take that. It does take self-discipline. I had to dedicate certain days a week and keep those days separate for my studies. Once you get into a routine, though, you find that it works well for you. What I would say, it's not the type of thing where you can stop in and go back and forth, because you build a momentum in the program, and once you start going, then it all works well. If you take a break, then you have to get back into the program.
Into the groove.
Into the groove, and then once you do that, it becomes painful. You have to, it's establishing a habit. So
Right.
they say 21 days to do a habit, and once you start that, you want
Right.
to keep it going. And it works, it goes pretty fast once you do it. So.
Okay, well, again, congratulations to Grand Canyon. I, again, have worked with your students and know the quality of the program they're coming from. Good luck to you in your baccalaureate degree, and I'm hoping you're going to go on for your master's.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So again, it's the last day of the AORN convention, and I'm over in the Education Center. I'm going to be speaking to Shannon Jones, and Shannon's going to be the representative from Walden University. I also know about the quality of the programs at Walden, and again, I'm not accustomed to endorsing anything unless I know about it firsthand, and I do know the quality of the programs at Walden. So Walden does offer a variety of baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral online programs. And tell us about your school.
Hi. Well, Walden is regionally accredited like your state schools, and then specifically our College of Nursing is CCNE accredited, which is the gold standard for nursing. We have one of the largest online nursing programs in the U.S., offering for nurses starting at the RN level, the RN to BSN, MSN, and the DNP and PhD in nursing.
Excellent. So it is a PhD in nursing.
It is, yes.
Okay. And just tell me something. So what if a nurse decided to stray off the reservation and not necessarily be a purist in nursing?
Which happens all the time.
Which happens all the time.
I had about 6 or 7 people come up to me and said, I was told I should look at the MBA instead to know the business side.
How about speaking to us about that?
Yeah, and so we offer that as well. So it's really about what your goals are as a nurse, what your goals are, your professional career goals are moving forward. But we do offer an MBA, an MHA, so Master's in Healthcare Administration, as well as a Master's in Public Health. All of those programs are also 100% online, and that typically can be completed in about 2 years.
So what's the kind of personality or temperament that you need to be able to be successful in distance learning? You're not going to that classroom. You're going to be sitting in your home office, tempted to throw in another load of laundry.
Yes. So you really need to be self-directed, obviously, and have self-discipline, which I find that most nurses do. I mean, you had to have that to get through nursing school, right? So, just that ability, again, to be self-directed, to be self-disciplined. But we do provide a lot of student services. I always say online is not hands-off. So we still have a writing center that's going to help you with your APA formatting. If it's been a while since you've been at school, we're going to support you. We've got an online library, research assistance, 24/7 tech support, because we have students in 145 countries. So we're still going to be there to support you. We're going to meet you where you're at.
Well, Shannon, I think you said something very impactful. Okay, so this is more convenient, but not easier.
No, it's not.
You do have to have discipline.
Yes.
Okay, and it's online, not hands-off. I love that. Thanks so much for talking with me.
Absolutely.
So as the 2016 AORN convention comes to a close, I really want to send out a shout out to everybody. Next year, 2017, Boston, Massachusetts, and I hope everybody that can attend does attend. Stay well.